on TTV, we're going to talk about ileocecal valve. I like to show you examples of some things that create common problems for people. So again, we're not diagnosing here, but I think that anything that you can do to help the body work well, you're going to help with the body's healing. So a lot of people will talk about the fact that they have constipation, they have diarrhea, they have irritable bowel syndrome, they have Crohn's disease, they have IBS. So we have lots of names and labels for things that happen in our lower GI. It's interesting, the Japanese actually talk about the ileocecal valve, which is a sphincter that's between the small intestine and the large intestine, as the source of all illness. And the reason being is that if this sphincter is not working correct, if it's stuck closed, you can actually experience constipation. If it tends to be stuck open, you get a backup of waste material into the small intestine. You can get hyperpermeability of the intestinal wall, which may be the root cause potentially of things like celiac disease, where people become sensitive to the proteins in their foods. Could be a contributor to autoimmune disorder. It could be so many things that are going on because the body is just not operating as it was designed to do. And we can easily adjust that. So we're going to talk about that ileocecal valve, how you test it and how you adjust it today. So we're going to use Kelsey here as a palette. To find the ileocecal valve is quite easy. You're going to find, so work with someone at home, you're going to find the belly button, easy thing to find, we all have one of those. And then I'm going to come down to the hip and I'm going to find the front of the hip bone where it protrudes the farthest out on the hip. So that's right here. And if you notice, that is a 45-degree angle. And I'm going to follow that line halfway down and right here, and even if I push on it, on anyone, little tender? Yeah. Tender? Yeah. So it's always a little bit tender because it's a very active valve in the body. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use muscle testing. So again, here's the point. Doesn't matter. I'm going to use my 2 fingers here to point. I'm going to go out and we're going to ask her body, is it aligned? And it's strong. So her ileocecal valve is fine. All right, so thanks. Let's bring Ellie in now. So Ellie, can you tell us a little bit about your history? I know that you've said that you've had issues with the lower GI.
Yes, actually I'm diagnosed as a celiac.
So, and for how many years?
15 now.
15. Mm-hmm. So Ellie has recently come into energy work and finding there's all kinds of great ways to work with the body. So let's test her. So again, we're going to go to the belly button. We're going to come down here to the front of the hip. Find that angle. I'm going to come in here. Is this? Okay. All right, so I'm just going to hold this point, and I'm going to test her, and she blows out. So this means that her ileocecal valve is out of balance. This is how easy it is to adjust it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have you lean on the wall, okay? Because you want to be able to put some force in it, and she's very expressive. So you're going to tell this isn't necessarily comfortable, but it's not horribly painful. Depends on how sensitive. What I'm going to do is I'm going to push in with some pressure. She notices that spot, and I'm going to rotate it clockwise. She can take a deep breath and release that. Okay. And you want to get in there after it. And I'm rotating. Okay. And then to lock it in, I'm going to make a fist, and I'm going to take that down her right arm. Okay. And now let's test her. Okay. So there you go. Come to the ileocecal. She is nice and strong.
That's so tender.
It is tender. This would be a wonderful exercise for you to do every morning. So as you're laying in bed before you get up in the morning, if you've had problems with diarrhea, constipation, IBS, celiac disease, any of those things that happen with the lower GI, and in fact, this can be the cause of right side sciatic pain. Give you a quick little example. My mom complained to me that she'd had sciatic pain going on for a couple of months. And we went in and just adjusted the ileocecal valve, gone in a day. I mean, It was gone. The next morning she woke up, she goes, I don't know what you did, but it's like magic. So you got a magic button here. It's one that's very important to keep in balance. Go do this at home. Find a friend.